Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Biodiversity Impact, a podcast exploring the journeys of scientists, sustainability experts, entrepreneurs, creators, and others who are working towards a more nature-positive future for people, planet, and profit. And if we haven't met, hi, I'm Fez. I'm a biodiversity scientist and an entomology curator currently living in Sweden. This podcast has been a long-term dream of mine, and I'm super excited and a bit nervous to finally be starting it. So why create a biodiversity impact podcast? I've noticed that since the adoption of the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, which aims to halt and reverse biodiversity loss by 2030, that there's been a growing interest in biodiversity, and I think it's really exciting. Businesses have become interested in biodiversity, we have a huge nature tech sector evolving, and yet still prioritization of research in academia seems to be lagging behind. This podcast is my way of helping to shine a light on some of that. Each episode will be a conversation with someone contributing to biodiversity in some way, whether that's a scientist, a startup founder, a chief sustainability officer, a conservation biologist, or a creative person. We'll explore what they're doing, what keeps them going, the challenges they've faced, and how they see the future. There's no single roadmap for biodiversity impact, but I believe there's something to learn from every story. I also have another reason for doing this. I personally want to keep learning, and I would love to bring people along with me on that journey. So, while this podcast is for anyone interested in biodiversity and impact, it's also a space for me to reflect, grow, and stay curious. And since I'm just starting out, this podcast will be relaxed and flexible at first, and we probably won't have a strict upload schedule. If this sounds good to you, if you're curious about biodiversity, passionate about impact, and you want to join me on this journey, please do subscribe to the podcast on your favourite app, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or YouTube, wherever you like to tune in. If you'd like to support the podcast, we're open to donations or sponsorship as well. Anything that helps us grow in this space. Thank you so much for tuning into this first episode of Biodiversity Impact, where we introduce the podcast. I really hope you find the future episodes interesting, inspiring, insightful, and maybe even a little entertaining too. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you in the next one.